service will make you or break you. It'll make a better person out of you, or it'll make a worse person out of you. But it's a job that you have to do. 1 year up in Newfoundland, in 1 year, I had 5,000 hours flight time. You figure 5,000 hours down into days, and you figure out that that's about 260 days of the year that I was flying. So I spent a lot of time in the air. And that ocean out there is awful big, awful big. Because in an airplane, you can look out, and the only thing you can see is water. Water from every direction. We lost about 3 airplanes while I was up there. We don't know what happened to them, but they just disappeared. The sad thing was that in those airplanes, I had a lot of friends.
In between the time we got to Madisonville, she drove on to the courthouse. The courthouse, we got out there and went in the clerk's office, and she said, "Oh, here you are. I bet I know what you want." My wife had already went in and filled out all the papers and ordered all the necessary stuff to get married. And so we left out of the courthouse and stopped off up the preacher's house up here on Main Street and got in. We was married.
Yeah, I took my boot training at Fort Benning, Georgia. Then I went from Fort Benning, Georgia to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And then went from Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri to Vietnam. Spent a year over there. Come back to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And then I went from Fort Campbell to Germany. I got discharged to Germany. 3 years. I think everybody should serve their country for at least 2 years.
I took basic training up at the Great Lakes during the winter. I could have picked a better time to go in, I guess. And then I was stationed out at Miramar, California, out at Fightertown. Stationed out there for a while. Then I went to Japan for a year or so, and then I come back and put on the USS Ticonderoga aircraft carrier. And finished up off of there. Everybody, as the wars get further and further one way, the old timers get, less and less. So I just remember my dad coming home from Korea. He'd been over there for a while, and I remember when he was getting home. Of course, I was small then, and he was ready to come home and be with the family after being in that war. And then he finished up with the Air Force his time. And during Vietnam, my memories were just being on board the Ticonderoga when we were out there. So I had no friends to get killed or anything, because they didn't have anything to reach out there anyway. So when we got back, most of the people that came to see us was just our families. We didn't have any bands or anything, because Vietnam was a war that nobody wanted to get into, and then when they got into it, they didn't know how to get out of it. We just had too many people killed and for nothing. I think everybody needs to serve. Like Roy said a while ago, they need to serve their country and to find out what it's, what it means to serve. These young kids out here running around on the streets committing crimes and stuff like that. If they would send them in and let them learn what it means, to be a veteran, to be a patriot, they would be a whole lot less crime out on the street when they got out.
War's not fun. War is not fun. If you go into the Army, Marines, or whatever branch of service you're going to, thinking you're going to have a fun time, unless you're a psychopath or something like that, you'll find out that war is not fun. I had 3 brothers that were in the service with me at the same time, and there's no one, I don't guess, in Madisonville that really knows that my mom had 4 kids in the service at the same time. So all 4 were in the service at the same time. They all came back home. One time, all 4 of us were overseas at one time. But we all survived. So to me, Veterans Day can be a sad day too. It can be happy in one way. You can see some of your old friends and all that. But then you can start thinking about the friends that you've lost. And one day I lost 18 one time. 18 of my friends got killed in an airplane crash. So it's a sad day, Veterans Day, really, for me. I think of the good things, and the good times and all that, but then I got to get thinking about the friends that I had and the friends that I lost during Veterans Day.